This girl looks at me dead in my eyes and falls. Like, you can hear it. Like, I never had something control me. I feel something bad. What's up, everybody? So, you have found yourself here today. You're probably about to join the army, about to ship out, thinking about joining the army, and you want to know the big question: what is basic training like? I am going to tell you what basic training was like for me. Before we get into that, I'm going to shed some light on a great YouTuber who helped me out a lot with a lot of questions that I had about my duty station. His name is Aaron Bately. I'm going to make sure to have his info down below for you guys. I ended up meeting him at the gym, and he's a very cool dude. So if you have questions about, like, you know, joining right after high school, if you know, I think his MOS is a 68 Echo, which is dental tech, I want to say. Sorry if I get it wrong, but if you have questions about that, going into the medical field itself, you know, what's like going to be for you, questions about certain duty stations, I think he has a lot of experience. He's a great guy. So make sure you go like and subscribe to his videos. Before we go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Taylor. I am 22 years old. I'm from the state of Florida in a small town called Lakeland. Yeah, 0 out of 10, don't recommend, but shout out to my people. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I can get up out of that. Taylor, what possessed you to take your ass and go join the army? Well, funny story. So I have always wanted to be in the military in itself because I heard about the benefits. Like, I have military family, all that good stuff. So I was like, let's do it. But it took me a very long time. Like, around when I turned 16, I knew, I was like, I'm gonna go to the military. I'm gonna go to the military. But I didn't join right out of high school. So don't think you have to join right after high school. Take your own path. That's my advice for the day. Advice from T. Take your own path. Don't let nobody rush you. Don't let nobody tell you that you behind and all that kind of stuff. Your path is your path, and that's what I had to learn. I knew I wanted to go to the military. I was not ready at the time. At first I wanted to go to the Air Force, and then I ended up getting signed up for the Navy. I went to MEPS. I took the PodCat. If you don't know what the PodCat is, it is where you can take a smaller version of the ASVAB at home. I had very bad test anxiety, so I decided to take the PodCat, and then you have to do a confirmation test at MEPS, and you know, it'll just like confirm that you didn't cheat. So don't cheat, like, whenever, like, don't think just because you're home you can cheat, because you will have to confirm that score that you got at MEPS anyways. So yeah, I was supposed to join the Navy and about to get up out of there. I was supposed to leave like November 11th, something like that. November 10th, I called the people and I was like,
that's it, I'm not going.
You know what I'm saying? I just kept thinking about it. I was like, bro, I'm not for the water. I'm not for all the constant deployment. Shout out to all my Navy people, because I could not do it. I reneged. I got up out of there. I was like, I'm not going. Like, they was trying to get me. It was like, you going to jail, I hear you. I'm not coming. That's just, it is what it is. Come and get me, because I'm not going. From beginning of like my adult life, like when I turned 18 through like 20, I was working warehouse jobs, Publix, Amazon, Stryker, all that kind of stuff. So I, you know, I was playing the field. I started making my own money. I was like, kept telling my mom was like, you need to get up out of here, you need to get up out of here. I'm like, Mom, I'm not ready. Just let me go at my own time. I'm going to go to the military. I promise I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So like around, like when I turned 21, I started getting tired of like just working for other people and not getting anything back for myself. Like, yeah, I'm getting money, but what am I really striving towards? And then like, you just have to deal with a lot of things in like the warehouse, or like that life that I wasn't rocking with. Like, I just kept getting tired. Like, I could not keep a job, kept quitting. Like, the first sign of me getting pissed off, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yeah, it's time to get up out of here. I'm really starting to hate my hometown. I just gotta go see. I want to travel. Like, I want to do all that. So I went to the recruiter's office. I got with my older cousin. He's a second lieutenant. He just commissioned maybe like last year around the time that I was about to go to basic training. He had all the answers for me. He hooked me up with the recruiter, Staff Sergeant Ortiz. Shout out to you. So I went to the Army recruiting office and I was like, let's do it. You know, I want to say I got my date around like the end of 2021, and it was like May 16th, 2022. So I was, you know, chilling, you know, doing everything I needed to do, get myself ready, stacking up my money, spending time with my family, all that good stuff. So my family had a going away party for me, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, it was time for me. That it came by like, you know, I woke up and it was time to go. And I was like, man, we really finna do this. We really finna go to basic training. Oh my God. Like the feeling that you will get when you're about to leave your hometown, it's like really bittersweet. I can't lie to y'all. So it was time to get up out of there. I try to break it down for y'all as visual as I can. All the phases that you will go through. You have 1/20th, red phase, white phase, blue phase, and then like red, white, and blue phase, which is like when you're about to graduate, obviously. So I'm gonna try to be as visual as I can because it's been like over a year since I went to basic training, but my basic training experience was pretty wild. Like everything that you can think of that could have went wrong, it went wrong. People took me to the recruiter's office. It was right around the corner from my house. A van will take you to MEPS, and it was another city for me. It was about 45 minutes away. So when it's that time, you sit in MEPS. So number one thing you're gonna learn in the Army and military in general is hurry up and wait. So I think we was sitting there for about 2 hours, and then the bus was there. You was sitting there, you stand in line, see this big old charter bus. It's a big, nice bus. And they're about to take you to the airport. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty, right? So they take us to the airport, and it's just gonna be like a lot of y'all. You're gonna know right away that the group that you see is about to go to the Army. Everybody looking crazy, everybody looking confused, some of them excited, some of them looking like they've been forced to come here, you know. So just get in where you fit in, or like sit with somebody. If you meet somebody, like you're probably going to end up being friends with them because you don't know nobody. Everybody's coming from all across the world, all that kind of stuff. So y'all will get boarded first. So they're going to treat you like royalty. You get treated like royalty in the airport, but that is the last place you're going to get treated like royalty. I'm going to tell you right now. So we've like front loaded or whatever. They was like, you know, active duty military. And you're like, oh my God, what's up there? Active duty military. You're not anything. They just say that to make y'all feel good. But so you get on the plane, fly there. I think we got there really late. You're gonna get to reception, and this is a place called 1/20th. 1/20th was pretty chill. Like the first day we got there, it was late. Like they were telling us to write down all this kind of stuff. They went through our bags, had us dump out anything. So if you have anything, they're gonna get rid of it right then and there. So we had to just, so then they take you to this place. You get like PTs, uniforms, your sleeping stuff, and you end up going to the bay. For me, the male's bay was to the left, females to the right. You just choose a bed. You know, they're like bunk beds, like a big old open bay. Everybody, you know, just sleeps, you know, everybody just sleep. You don't get your own room, nothing like that. So you just stay in there. It's pretty chill. They had like a then you got the bathroom and you got the laundry room, so that was pretty neat. It was like right there. It was pretty convenient. So can't stress this enough. Bring shower shoes. I packed my shower shoes and then I unpacked and I didn't put them back in my bag, and I was going through it. Like, bring shower shoes. Like, it's tile. Like, don't walk around bare feet. Like, it's not gonna work. So yeah, so 1/20th, you know, nice bay, just chilling in there. You still gonna have your phones, you know, charge your phones, leave it there during the day, but you're gonna have them at night or like whenever y'all get some downtime. They're not gonna take your phones right away. 1/20th is basically like reception. Like, it's just a lot of time getting you into like the system, shots, like explaining how things work, getting your religion down, all this kind of stuff. Now, for the first week in 1/20, you're gonna walk around looking like a jackass. I'm not gonna lie to you. They would have you have on black PT, like the black PTs, the Army PTs, and then you're gonna have on green socks and your boots. So you're gonna look pretty. Y'all gonna look crazy. You know, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that's how I was. I was like, bro, we literally walking around looking like baby kids that just ran outside and dressed themselves to go play. So, and they're gonna introduce y'all to what is called Fire Guard, and that shit sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you know what Fire Guard is, then it's not the best thing in the world, but it is what it is. It's what you gotta do. Now, we were completely confused. It's basically when you have like shifts, depending on like each night it changes. So I think my first time was like a few nights in. It was me and my best friend to this day, Rolly, shout out to you. So we were on Fire Guard together, and like, you just have a task for the hour. You're supposed to like guard your post. We did not do that at all. We seen the task. It was cleaning the laundry room. We went right in there because our bay was freezing. It was so cold in there. Like every 10 minutes I was up in the laundry room, putting my blanket in the dryer, putting my jacket in the dryer, putting on my jacket, wearing my windows. Like it was freezing, and we only have like this one little thin little green blanket, and it was not working for me. So both of us is in the laundry room, and I don't know what made us go back into that bay, but I'm so glad we did, because we walked in there and there was 2 drill sergeants standing right there, and we just completely froze. I was like, it was like, okay, why are both of y'all in the laundry room? It was like, I don't know, drill sergeant, looking stupid. They was like, no, one of y'all stay in here, walk up and down and guard your post. And I was like, okay, roger that, drill sergeant. So she went into the laundry room, and I was walking up and down. We just like, and then there was nothing else for us to do in the laundry, so we both just kept walking around, just looking like this. Everybody sleep. They have like this little red flashlight thing that they give y'all to your little headlamp and stuff like that. So yeah, that's fire guard. I think we had it like 2 a.m. Oh my god, like it just depends on the shift that you get, but that shit was trash. That's fire guard. We're gonna talk about that more later down the line, because you still have to do it, but it gets better. Shots, chapel is long behind lines. Like you will get information to go to chow, and they're the longest lines ever. Like it's like this little walkway. You go down like this, and then you turn like this, and then you finally get inside the building. And the building is like a little snake. You're gonna be in there forever. Choose what you want in the moment. You cannot go back and be like, oh, I want this. You will get yelled at. Like them drill sergeants don't play. And when you're eating, if you're a slow eater and somebody else is a fast eater that sat down, like you have to eat off how everybody else eats. So if you're a slow eater, you might want to work on that, because you're gonna be eating and then everybody else is gonna be done, and then just gonna be like up, and then you're gonna be looking crazy. So sometimes you get MREs, sometimes you get to go to chow. It just depends. They'll take you to like the PX. They'll sometimes like maybe one time if you need anything. So they give you everything, issue everything. That's 1/20th in like a nutshell. Kind of. If 7 days are up, it's gonna be time to actually go to basic training. So you're gonna get like one little phone call, and you're gonna put your phone in the bag and everything that you brought with you. I brought my Beats, my charger, and my phone, because I just, I needed my music. So you're gonna get on that bus, right? You're either gonna have a drill sergeant that's screaming, or you're gonna have one that's calm. I had a calm drill sergeant in the moment. So you gonna have your bags, and he's gonna tell you, like, put your head down, don't look out that window, da, da, da. I was looking out the window the whole time. I'm looking like, so I'm side-eyeing, I'm trying to see what's going on. So like it was somewhere different, but the bus driver just started to like drive in circles. I was like, this motherfucker driving in circles, trying to pull a fast one, trying to make it seem like we just going all out so far. So it's in the middle of summer, Fort Jackson. Oh my God, South Carolina is so hot and all this kind of stuff. So soon as the bus comes to a stop, he complete turns all the way up. Get the fuck up, get off my bus. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh. In Charlie Company 339, first thing that we did was like a war zone situation. We running off the bus. They got litters, they got ammo cans, they got all this kind of stuff. Like you have to run around the track, pick up a litter, pass it out to somebody, pick up the ammo cans, pass it out to somebody, do all this physical fitness stuff in your uniform. I think they had like the fire extinguisher. It was like spraying water. You had to run through the water. And then we had like a presentation from our first sergeant at the time. So they had like this whole presentation about how you're gonna come in, you're gonna be a recruit, and they had the drill sergeants dressed up as different stages that where you're gonna go through: red phase, white phase, blue phase. And he was like, you're gonna come in here as a civilian, and then we're gonna train you into this and turn you into this. And he's yelling at us, and then he releases us to our drill sergeants. I was in 2nd platoon, and I had infantry drill sergeants, and they did not play. Like I was questioning myself the whole time I was there. Like, wow, like would I really do this? This shit is crazy. They have bays, like 1st bay, 2nd bay, 3rd bay, 4th bay, all that kind of stuff. Each drill sergeant or each team of drill sergeants have their own individual bay. So 2nd platoon, we were in like 2nd bay, I think. Just don't say anything, because they will get mad. Just stand there at attention. That's what we had to do. But somebody moved, talked, or did something like that. My drill sergeant ended up throwing a desk. Like they're gonna smoke you. Like it's gonna happen no matter what. They're gonna smoke you. They're gonna put fear in you. All that kind of stuff. So This is called red, well, I think it was like in yellow phase. So that's when we're just getting our numbers and just marking everything and all that good stuff. So we got numbers. My number was 222, angel number. So you just put everything on your bag. You had to wear the patch of the color of platoon that you were in. Do not lose that little dot. I had a white dot. Kept losing it. Kept getting my ass chewed. Okay, so just keep the dot. Keep up with your stuff, because like when you lose it, they're gonna like get onto you. So red phase mostly consists of the basics of being an army soldier, the soldier's creed, your 7 army values. They're gonna go over sharp EO, all that kind of stuff, tell you what not to do so you don't get your ass kicked out, because you can get kicked out like for sharp EO and stuff like that. So red phase is the #1 place that people will get kicked out. Like, it's not as drastic as it seems, but it can happen. So that's like the first part of it. You're gonna do confidence courses, and you're all gonna get ready for like the hammer, which is rucking to a place, staying a night. I think it's 2 days, 1 night. After the hammer, you have the anvil, which is 3 days, 2 nights, and then you have the forge, which is 4 days, 3 nights. And for me, I didn't know nothing about rucking. Like, that is the one thing that nobody told me anything about. So like, it's rucking, foot marching, whatever you want to call it. Whenever I seen that we was finna do like move on foot, I was like, whoa, I just didn't know it. So you would walk like, maybe I think the hammer is like 5.5 miles. My drill sergeants were buttholes, so they make us go past our training site and then like turn around and then come back. Make sure you have good boots, because them splinters, like they'll have medics out there, because I'm not splinters, blisters. That's what is like the #1 thing for feet. Make sure you just like can get the most comfortable size while going with the boots that they have, because I had a rough time. I had a real rough time. My feet was messed up. Like, I had to sit down. Or most of the training stuff, they're gonna teach y'all stuff out there. Gonna make y'all do like low crawls, stuff like that. I had infantry drill sergeants, so they made us do everything from like dawn until dusk, right? So you sleep out there for 1 night, and if you're not an outside person or outdoor person, it's gonna be pretty rough for you, but you will get through it. Just pack. They're gonna give you a packing list. Make sure you have everything, because if you don't and they go through it, like, you're gonna have to go to the track and like redo it, or they might recycle you. It depends on how they go. The biggest things in basic training that you will have to get used to is getting up early and doing PT. Like, I think we have to be downstairs. Everything is 10 minutes prior. Be in formation 10 minutes prior. So if we have formation at 05:30, you need to be down there 05:20, like, you know, ready to go. You're gonna have what's called a camelback, and that thing needs to be filled all the time. So if you know, just get down there 05:15, go to the water buffalo, fill it up. Sometimes you won't have time to do it, and sometimes people used to like blow into it to make it look like it's full. But if your drill sergeant goes down the line and like shakes your camelback and you don't got nothing, it's over for you. You're probably gonna get the whole platoon smoked, and everybody's gonna be mad at you, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So just make sure that you always have water, especially if you go during the summer, because they do not play. Because heat cats were crazy. The heat cat is when you just pass out from heat exhaustion, and then you'll be like a heat casualty. So they'll just like keep an eye on you. They'll probably have to put ice sheets on you. We had a lot of heat cats because it was like the heat of the summer, and they had what's called heat cat uniforms. So they'd be like heat cat 1, used to be like heat cat 1, and then I think heat cat 5 is when like you get to roll your sleeves up and all that kind of stuff, when it's like excruciatingly hot. So everybody doesn't pass up. You look crazy in my opinion, but it is what it is. So make sure you are on time. One of the things that you're gonna have to get past is the gas chamber, victory tower, big things like that. The gas chamber for me was awful. I hated it. I hated every second of it. Like, we had to sit through this little presentation thing. It was the hardest. Like, I was in a like, you know what I'm saying? It was so hard to stay asleep. I think I fell asleep one time, and my drill sergeant, when I woke up, he was like staring me dead in my face. I was like, oh my God. So gas chamber, I think you're in there for like a minute, but you have your mask on. They're gonna teach you how to use your mask, how to clear it. Make sure you clear your mask, or you're gonna be in there dying, and everybody else is like, you're gonna have to do it again, right? So you go in there, you clear it. Like, my drill sergeants, like, they pull you in, they push you against the wall, and you like shimmy down, like looking crazy, like all y'all just look crazy together. So you shimmy on down the wall or whatnot, and then they're yelling at you through the mask, like, okay, so your back of your neck is gonna be burning, all the skin that's exposed is gonna be burning. So just be prepared for that. So they're gonna tell you like, they're gonna tell you take your mask up, say your name, rank, something like that. They're gonna make you say something, and you gotta put it down, clear it, all that kind of stuff. I forgot like how you do it, but yeah, all that clearing and stuff like that. Then they're gonna have a time where you take off the mask and y'all gotta stand there and die for like, I think 15 seconds, and then they finally open the door and you run out. And oh my god, I think I could not open my eyes. He was like, Trini, open your fucking eyes. I was like, I can't do it, Sergeant. All that kind of stuff. I was looking crazy. You're gonna be coughing. Some people gonna have snot coming out their nose. If you are sick, you're gonna get unsick. If you're clogged up, all that shit's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So gas chamber is one of the things that you just gonna have to get through, and it's gonna suck. But when you're done, you can be like, damn, we went through the gas chamber. So Victory Tower. So if you are scared of heights, this is one of those things that you're gonna have to accomplish in spite of your fear of heights. It's like a 30-40 foot wall that you have to like rappel down. They have like little practice ones around there that you can, you know, practice how to rappel, like pull it out, stop it, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then your drill sergeants are gonna be at the top telling you, like, holding on to you. They give you this whole demonstration about all this kind of stuff. Our demonstration did no justice because one of my friends fell right off the Victory Tower, like from the top. It was the worst. It was the worst thing ever. Like, and I was right there when she fell off. Like, it was crazy. So our commander and first sergeant, they are pissed at whoever was the belay. I can't remember who it was, but I know it was a guy. Like, they was on his ass, like white on rice. Like, she had ended up getting rushed to the hospital. She had like back splints or something like that, back spasms, because she hit the ground. I was like, man. And then they made all of us go back down. They gave us like this little pep talk, but we still had to go back up because everybody's shaking up and all that kind of stuff. So they trying our best, their best to like make us want to go up there. But bro, like, man, we ain't fucking with this shit. So I went. It is what it, like you just got to do it. You jump back, you release like your hand, and then to stop it, you put it back. And then like you can take your time as long as you get down, but if you too choppy or too this, they'll make you go again. So just try to do your best the first time and you'll get through that shit. You'll be just fine. I will be doing a part 2. Make sure y'all stay tuned for part 2 of what to expect at basic training. Plus a little bit of my backstory on my experience at basic training. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back with part 2. Y'all stay tuned.